The first thing you want to do is pop off the top cover on the radio, and then there's just two small screws on the top. And then once you do that, you just want to lightly pull out the bottom plastic so you can get the four screws on the bottom. There's two on each side, so you want to get the top one and bottom one. And to do this, I like to use the small 1/4 inch socket drive so you're able to get behind that plastic, because what I didn't want to pop off all that plastic just to get to the small part right behind the radio. So what I did is I just snuck behind there, took out the four screws, and then I was able to just kind of peel it off to the side, so I'm able to pop off the center console. So now I'm slowly wiggling it out, and what I do is I find some connectors on the back that need to be detached, but I don't disconnect all of them, only the ones that need to be disconnected. And so then I just kind of let it sit there and hang out there so I don't have to disconnect everything. Make it a lot simpler while I'm putting everything back together. So now I have to take out the CD, 6 CD player, and there's just four screws. You just take that out. That's probably the easiest thing to do. And then that thing just slides out, and right when you take it out, you're gonna see it. It's right on the right side, right there where I'm flashing my light. And the only way to get there is from the glove box. You gotta stick your arm all the way up there to get to the back bolt. Now there's two bolts. There's one in the front and there's one in the back. The one in the front is really simple. You just unscrew it and you're good to go. And then the one in the back is very tough. I had to use a very small wrench and just slowly move it back and forth until I got it all the way out. And then once I got it out, I disconnected the electrical connector and popped it out. Alright, so now we have the truck radio all the way opened. Then we come over here to the right, and you can see it's right there. And the first screw is already loosened, and then the second one I just took out. It's in the far back, very hard to reach, so I had to go through the glove box, get my right hand up there, and then use my left hand as a guide, and it was probably took about 15 minutes to take that little screw out. So it's been a process, but now it's finally coming out, and then we'll install the new one. I am now installing the new one, and my biggest struggle with this was matching up the gear with the blower door. The Ford engineers designed this so it would only fit in there one specific way, so I had to wiggle it around there so the blower door and this actuator would match up perfectly, so the blower door would be able to move left and right perfectly. Now I got it all the way in there, so what I wanted to do is put the connector, electrical connector together, and then I just placed the first screw in there, and then I wanted to place the back screw in there, and then screw the back one all the way down, and then tighten the first one. Now I have a brand new actuator installed. It was pretty simple except that back screw was very tight, but everything else was pretty smooth. Now I just have to do everything in reverse, put the CD player back in, put the dash back in, and a couple of screws, and I'll be good to go. And of course, please like and subscribe and make any comments or questions that you have. Thank you.